Hello, welcome to the stream. How we doing? Apologies for the music kept playing there. But anyways, how are we all doing? I hope everyone's good, and I hope we're all excited for Claudio Echeverri, who is going to be well and truly joining Man City and playing in blue sooner rather than later. We'd just like to say unlucky to him because I believe he got knocked out of the Argentina under-20s in the final last night. I think he was runner-up. And he himself had a brilliant tournament, which we'll definitely have a look into. But we'll also have a look at his time at River Plate. See what we can take from there. But I've got an absolute ton of comments to read, so let's have a look. Big ups to everyone that's tuning in, by the way. Echeverri, I've seen that is been floating around that title. Grealish, Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, one of Manchester City's biggest players with one of the biggest goals of the season. We need someone to take the game on Wednesday like KDB used to. You seen the Verts news from Jack Gorn? I haven't. I will check that out on stream. You'll have my live reaction to it. Verts and Foden will be second coming Bernardo and KDB and Bernardo. Okay. Pep loves Kadir too much. Kadir even. Big news. Yeah, well, definitely have a look at that. Messi's so good. Have you been watching the Argentina games? Man of the match every single time. Not going to lie, I haven't watched them, but I've seen a good few of the highlights, and I've seen that he's got man of the match more often than not. I know he's got the second most goal contributions in the tournament. I think he's only behind this one guy that's got like 12. I think he's got 9. So, he's obviously been playing brilliant. This City Verts would be perfect cherry on top. Messi's the future. That under-20 tournament has stupid logic. It was won by goal difference. What? Okay, weird. Predicted lineup for Wednesday. We'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about that in depth tomorrow. But yeah, I believe I have spoken about it already on here. But yeah, we'll definitely talk about that tomorrow. But big up to everyone that's tuning in. Just going to set up a poll real quick. Make sure to leave your thoughts on Echeverri. Let me know what you know. I don't know tons about him. I don't know nothing. I do know little bits. I've tried to watch XLB a bit more recently because I know he's been doing watch-alongs with him. So yeah, just gonna set up a poll. But yeah, make sure you let me know your thoughts. There we go. Actually, is so to join us in the week, on the weekend, God willing. Well, I mean, look, I would just like to say, no matter when he joins, he could join tonight, he could join tomorrow, he could join next week. For me, there's no pressure on him to take the season by storm, if you get what I mean. I don't think any City fan is putting that pressure on him, to be honest. God, let him grow, let him develop. Since we beat Newcastle, I believe we have a chance now. This team keeps doing this season. I know. It's Chelsea all over again. I do apologise. I left my water bottle and I really need a drink, so I'll be like 5 seconds. A bit longer. 10 seconds. Just blinking unplugged my headset from the microphone and from my blinking thing. Where is it? There we go. Can't hear anything, but still. Albie says he wants him to start with new fresh energy. Connect doesn't watch a game and we win 4-0. Yeah, maybe I should just call in sick for the Real Madrid game, guys. Maybe I should just go to somewhere where it isn't televised. All right, then here we go. Just opened up Twitter, so let's have a look here. Jack Gorn is who said a bigger club. I know, it must be this, isn't it? Man City have liked Wirtz for a long time, but the squad rebuild being what it is brings him into sharper focus. Going to be a scramble to sign one of the best talents in Europe. For me, we should be early onto this, like we were Haaland. We had Haaland signed in May. That was announced in May. We need to be as quick as we were with Haaland, as quick as we are with Wirtz. If we leave it too late, we're not. I don't think we're going to get him. Someone will have this guy early. We've got to sign this guy early. Same with my dad. He didn't go with me to trying to figure out if we have a curse. I'll look more into the article here. So hasn't started yet. So Man City have identified Wirtz as a transfer target ahead of another round of squad rebuilding, with an awareness that strengthening in midfield in an era after KDB is paramount. Look, everyone knows how key Kevin De Bruyne is to Man City and has been over the years. We don't have the same success we have without his level of talent, his level of consistency, year in, year out, week in, week out. He's gotten 2 Premier League Player of the Seasons. He's gotten the tied most assists for the Premier League in a season. Should have broken the record, but it's by the by. We want Wirtz, but basically he's torn and doesn't know whether to come. Convince him. Yeah, you've got the time now. Jump on this before anyone else does, because Real Madrid will come sniffing, and I bet you he won't say no to them. We've got to jump on this. We've got to jump on this. Replacing De Bruyne is no cheap fee. If fee is the issue, I don't care. I actually don't. I'm sorry, we'll probably make up half the fee of academy sales if we're being honest. There is no way we allow money to be the issue. If Fabrizio comes out and says price tag too steep, City are pulling out, nah, I'll actually lose it. Foden and Wirtz will complement each other perfectly. I see Full saying don't sign Wirtz, he'll ruin Foden game time. Are you a fan of Foden or the club? They will both play. Wirtz and Foden will complement each other each equally. I mean, yeah, look at it like this. Okay, in fact, we're going to go to lineup builder in a minute, and I want to just show, not that you guys don't know, but I just want to show how well it can work. Okay, I can already see it in my head. Right now what next season could look like if we sign Wirtz. Look at this. The dream. You're flipping right, it is. It looks like the things in my career mode, Just imagine I said Wirtz instead of Musiala in my career mode, which will be live in 43 minutes, so make sure you don't miss that. But by the by, it's a career mode dream. It's a career mode transfer. Make it happen. You've got to make it happen. This was the initial reporting, and it seems like Jack Gorn jumped on that. 100 million, by the way, with a sell-on clause. We should be biting their hand off. 100 million for Florian Wirtz. I'm sorry. What more of a fee could you want for a player that absolutely balls it out week in, week out for his side with 27 goal contributions in 35 games. What more could you want? You know? And if you want to see what a full season looks like from him, last season, let's see what his numbers were in a season where his side went essentially invincible, that she lost at the end. 18 goals, 20 assists. It looks like he's going to smash that. If he's on 18 goals, 20 assists now, let's go to this season again. He's on 15 goals, 12 assists now. He's going to at least match it. Let's go to the season before, treble season for City. 4 goals, 8 assists. And at his age, which would have been 19, those are crazy numbers for someone so young. Well, I don't know crazy. The Yamal is probably crazy. But I'm just saying that his numbers are absolutely wild. And 100 million is an absolute bargain. I signed Wirtz, he's insane. Yeah, I kind of wish I did. But it's alright, Musiala's not that bad. I can't see it being 100, but Jack said he's valued at 85. I can't see it being 100 either. If Leverkusen let Wirtz go for 100 million, they are talking silly. Unless we are willing to throw in a different player. As far as I'm aware, the Yamal numbers aren't crazy. I'll check the Yamal now, because I'm pretty sure they are, but it won't hurt to check, will it? Blinkenheck. That's just showing his career, just this season. This season alone, he's on 11 goals, 15 assists. So he's essentially matching stats as Wirtz. To be fair, he plays on the right wing, but essentially matching stats with Wirtz, just a little lower. And I'm older than him. Oh, feels bad. For that, I'm starting to be older than players. Wild. 17 as well. Crazy. So, look, foreign Wirtz. This has kind of been a foreign Wirtz stream so far, but I feel like this news has to be addressed, to be honest. Never mind, I was thinking of last season's stats. It's alright. It's fine. But anyway, yeah, Wirtz, I do want to do a stream about him or a video. Not sure yet, but we've got to get him. I'm sorry, we have to take that. We have to. But anyway, that's I'll go to squad line in a minute, actually. But let's actually switch over to transfer market in just a second. I'm going to share this tab instead. I'm going to have a look at Claudio Echeverri. Not sure how well they're going to show his stats, because I know his stats might be faulty. I believe this is the championship that literally just happened for his side. So, I mean, just look at it. For Echeverri, these are numbers from a 19-year-old, by the way. He's still so young. And like numbers in the under-20 championship, of course, a little bit difficult to take. Oh, wow, look at that. A little bit difficult to take, but hey, he can only play against the opposition that's in front of him. Okay, coming to the Prem, it's not guaranteed you'll get these goal contributions. But 2 goals, 1 assist against Brazil, 1 goal against Colombia, and a big goal too. Made the game a draw. 1 assist with Chile. 3 goal contributions against Uruguay, which is worth 3 of the 4 goals they got, and a 1-0 win. No, a 1-0 draw against a 1-1 draw against Brazil, which he got the goal in. And sadly, he got knocked out at the final last night, which is a shame. But oh well. Messi is another level. Yeah, we're gonna have a look at whoscored.com now. Who scored? Is Echeverri should be on here. Oh, just stop sharing it. Lovely. What's the point of excitement if we know we'll never get to see him play and Bernardo play every game? Hopefully he gets... When's he joining? He's joining this week, isn't he? He's joining this week for City. If he's joining this week for City, then we play Plymouth on March 1st. Surely there's enough time for him to get... Surely, as long as this injury's okay. I know he picked up, what was it, a grade 1 sprain to his ankle. As long as he's all right for Plymouth, he's got to at least get like half a football. You know, you've got to try him out. He's going to be at the Etihad. It's not like he's playing on a tough night in like Plymouth's ground. You know, he's playing at the Etihad. The crowd will be up for it. You know, the crowd will back him. For me, why not? Why not? So Echeverri's stats. Shame's not showing his Argentina matches. It is here. I'd put... Oh, no, I don't care about that. Man, they don't seem to have stats for him. Well, I mean, 2 goals, I guess, but they don't seem to have stats for him. Very minimum, anyway. 3 yellows, nothing to take off here. WhoScored.com. Come on, man. I've always backed you guys. Alright, we'll go to FootMob, which is our new area which we like to look at. Echeverri. Alright, share this tab now. It's just showing River Plate games. Come on. Argentina. Wait, was it under 20 or under under 23? Under 20. It was under 20. I could have sworn it. Great stuff. Well, there obviously have been games. Under 23, maybe. Blinking heck. These guys got an agenda against Echeverri. How are you, by the way? I'm good, thank you very much. How are you? Big ups for tuning in. So got nothing for the under 20s. You're having a bubble. This big old tournament just went down. Blinking heck. I'll find Echeverri stats another way. I'm not blinking having nothing. Well, share this. Again, this is his stats with the Argentina under 20s this tournament. 9 matches, 6 goals, 3 assists. Not too sure I did at River Plate. Last season, 2024, 3 goals, 6 assists, 3 yellow cards. And season before, 1 assist in just 5 matches. To be fair, these stats, you know, look, he hasn't got like insane numbers, you know, it's not like we've signed Lamine Yamal 2.0, but these are good numbers for someone of his age profile. I had a bad infection late Saturday, Sunday, but I'm feeling better now. Oh, that's great to hear. Well, not great to hear that you had an infection, but great to hear you're feeling better now. And again, Super Cup Argentina, 1 assist in the 1 game he played. Under 17s, so this is a couple years ago now, but again, cooking with Argentina, it seems to have a knack for it. 7 matches, 5 goals, 1 assist, and 2023. 8 matches, 5 goals, 3 assists. Just seems to cook when he plays for Argentina a bit too. To be fair, you got to be a bit fair when he's playing for River Plate. He's playing in the main team, which is obviously a bit more difficult. He's obviously signed to City, which was just over a year ago we made the deal happen. And he's got a contract with us until the end of 2028. Hopefully, if he kicks on and does well, that'll get an extension. These South American kids are always promising. Yeah. And hey, look, good thing is about this too. This is the second signing we've made off of River Plate in the recent years. So hopefully, signing Claudio Echeverri, we also signed Alvarez. Hopefully, we are, getting a bit of a relationship going with this club, and maybe, deals become a bit easier and easier to do and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that this almost becomes a bit of a club that we can look to for top talents, maybe. Unless they've had just 2 gold bars, but I believe River Plate are pretty good for signing good talent, for making good talents, I believe. I just realised we'll mention Marmish for the next 2 months of the season. Make sure we have the squad depth. Here you go. Yeah, I mean, this is big. Is it African Cup of Nations? I do apologise. Cup of Nations? I can't remember. With him and Salah on form now, those two will be key in Egypt's run in that. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Of course, if he gets knocked out early, sad for him, good for us, I guess. But I'd like him to win it, of course. AFCON, yeah. Yeah, AFCON, that's it. Yeah, look, the squad needs to get bigger than it currently is, either way. With the volume of games that are getting played nowadays, it's unrealistic to have it Pep's old way of having quite a small condensed squad and playing that throughout the games and giving them all quite a bit of game time. It just makes more sense to have a bigger squad now. You just have to be honest. Chelsea's business they did was wild. They've got like 8 goalkeepers, but at the very least, they can rest easy knowing they won't ever be in a situation, or not by the looks of it, where they have to play like all the academy lads or something like that, or they're ever in a situation where they have to play injured players, unless they had a major injury crisis. But half of their squad could get injured, and they could probably still fill a bench and a starting 11, which is the reality of it. Yeah, and I'm not saying be like Chelsea. I'm just saying make your squad bigger, because it's not realistic to not have a big squad anymore. Do want to have a look. Now, we're going to go to lineup build now. I do just want to touch on Florian Wirtz. I was going to do a stream about Florian Wirtz tonight, but I felt like the news on Echeverri joining this week, I felt was worth doing, to be fair. So, yeah, so Echeverri tonight. Maybe we'll get a Florian Wirtz stream in soon. Just going to real quickly make this look how I want it to look. Trying to think of what it could be. I think that might be right. Yeah, I think this is good. And then I will just real quickly make this look a bit more Man City. I'll do nicely. Very nicely. And share this tab instead. So let's real quickly run through this. Just like a hopeful 11 for next season, maybe. So just go Edison next, why not? We'll be optimistic and say Cambiasso. Say he's done. don't know. What do you want to do for your back line? We'll go Ruben Diaz because hopefully he's captain next season, and we'll do him alongside Gusanov because why not? Oh, blinking it. Made a right mess of that, haven't I? There we go, Kusanov. And then left back, who else? I can't even remember when we signed Echeverri. I can remember the moment every player was signed there. He was signed in January of last year. Yeah, I can remember doing a bit of content on him. It was a big signing. Oh, that's not the guy. Oh, alright. Actually, sneaky little thing I've just realised. I mean, first of all, before I say anything, look at how nice that is. Doesn't that just look good? Doesn't that just look good? Look at that starting 11. That just looks wonderful. Yeah, I don't know what City fan turns this down next season. Cambiasso, who can help out in the midfield. I think that would kind of be his role. Then this kind of transforms into a little bit of a back three at times. Obviously, Vardy will go up and help too. But I think that'll be more Cambiasso in terms of going to midfield because he can play midfield if he wants to. We'll play these guys a bit higher because I think that is a bit more like what we'd be, to be honest. So, Rodri back in the team, being able to cover for him. But if he gets injured, oh no, it's a shame. Good thing we've got. I was kind of hoping he'd pop up there. Good thing we've got Nico Gonzalez, who wears the number 14 for City, not 16, but someone who can still, just as maybe not quite as Rodri's level, but can fill in that role perfectly well for the time that Rodri is gone, that Foden is gone. Rodri will suffer though. True, but look, I expect these guys to drop back and help, I don't want Rodri to be completely isolated. There's no way I want him completely isolated. Let's get Rodri back in. These guys will drop back and help. I think it'll be a bit more like that. Haaland's still making his runs into the box. Marmoush making his sneaky runs. And look, I think the whole Premier League knows that he's a threat now, if they didn't before. Savinho, he's only going to get better by season, if you ask me. He's already... He looks so good this season. And as his crosses get more accurate to these two, it's going to be great. And with these two feeding in balls to all three of them, it'll be brilliant. And this guy could probably feed all five of them, to be honest. But at the very least, he can get that ball to Foden and Wirtz and let them do the magic they need to do. Imagine all the counter-attacks will face from the front view losing the ball. However, I love that team. Only play Wirtz and Foden in all-out games. And in more defensive games, put Gonzalez and Rodri and Gonzalez and 8. Again, that's the beauty of it. So, sorry, Phil. Don't mean to do it for you, but you're just the first one I clicked. Could be the other way if it needs to be. But, yeah, that's the beauty of it. You could have something a bit more like that, almost. Yeah, I know that kind of looks grim in terms of on the eye, but I think you get what I mean. Or even something a bit more like that, where we need to be a bit more conservative. We've seen this a lot this season. Hasn't really worked because we haven't got the players for it. But I think it could almost be like that if it needs to be. There's so many options now. If we get certain players. And good thing... Sorry, Marmoush. Don't mean to be that guy. I wonder if Echeverri's on here. Yay, he is. Echeverri can also, in the situation that he's needed, he can play on the left and he can play at the 10. So, look, even in games where we're a bit more relaxed. And hey, look, who knows? Maybe Echeverri hits it off and he's just a hit from the get-go. So, look, we don't know what Echeverri's role will be, but again, he's someone to keep the challenge up in these places. And I would just like to say, Savinio, he's not comfortable. Despite who you think is a better player, Doku does not want to go anywhere, and he'll want in this team too. There's so many combos we can do with the signings that we're making. Three at the back. I think it'll be three at the back as the game goes on, but I think Cambiasso, because I think Cambiasso will join the attack, and I even think Vardio will, to be honest. I think that this could very well be it. With these, I don't know what's going on in this formation anymore, but this could very well be what you're looking at times, and I think this is almost like a bit of a dream for Pep Guardiola. The amount of midfielders, we all know what he likes from midfielders. We all know that he loves a lot of midfielders in. And Vardio, very good at coming back and defending. Cambiasso, don't know what he's like, but you'd hope that he's good. And we've got these two in the more defensive games blocking the channels, which is good. Helps with the counters. Echeverri against Plymouth. Bob in the future. Oscar Bob's future in this 11. Where can he go? I feel Doku will leave in the next 1.5 years. I think there's a problem with Doku. I think he might be a bit too injury prone to get. I think wingers need a good run of games. And look, Oscar Bob, I don't think he's one of those players. I just think he's quite unlucky. But like Doku's picked up a handful of injuries for City now. He has. He really has picked up a good few injuries with City. He's obviously a very good player. But since joining City, he's picked up 4 injuries. And even before he joined City, he had 3 injuries in the treble season. He had 5 injuries, it looks like, in the season, the Gundogan goal against Villa season. So, look, he has always been a little bit injury prone, it seems. So, we've got to be careful with that. And if I'm looking at it now, bad news, he does seem to have reoccurring injuries. 1 hamstring, 2 hamstring, 3 hamstring, 4 hamstring injuries. 1 muscle injury, 2 muscle injuries. 1, 2 knee injuries. Yeah, but the fella's had 4 hamstring injuries. He's averaging 1 per season. Last season being the exception. I see Bob 21. I can see Bob with the David Silva role. Yeah, I think Bob could 21 on Bob would actually look quite nice. We can actually make that happen, can't we? Look at that, very nice. Look, funky 11. I know it's going to all be about next season. Who knows what will happen next season? But I so want this because what club are we if we don't try sign Wirtz? We've got to sign the best players available. I didn't think we signed Marmoush in January. I thought it was too ambitious. And it doesn't matter what time of the year you're signing Wirtz, it's ambitious. But if you could sign Marmoush in Jan, you could sign Wirtz in the summer. That's my view on it. And apparently they were even eyeing him up in Jan. So if you're going to eye him up in Jan, you better go in double as hard in the summer. Bob can play CF, he can. Yeah, he has done, I believe, for the academy. So, look, who knows, injury crisis. Marmoush has to play on the left for some reason, just pretend that he's Marmoush. Savinio's on the right. Bob is available. Stick him up top. So much versatility, and with the amount of space that'll be opening up next season. Oh, man. It could be absolutely wonderful whatever we decide to do with Echeverri. There's so much talent in him. Next season, we'll win this league with ease. Not going to tempt fate, but I'm not going to lie when I say I'm excited for this summer transfer window. I am so excited for it because I think the summer rebuild, we won't cover many summer rebuilds of this season, No, we won't cover many summer rebuilds on this channel because at the rate we do it, look how much we put into rebuilds. We've had one major rebuild, and it was in 2017. That's our biggest transfer window yet. And we've never had a window quite like that ever again. We mainly made maybe one or two signings, additions to the squad to strengthen us, or replacement for players that have left. But now, this summer, we are clearly going big. I'm all for it, to be honest. I'm absolutely all for it. I hate what's happening to Doku. Yeah, but you just got to be tough on them. Some players you just got to be tough on. And even if they're a good player, some of them aren't going to make it at City. Whether they want to or not. Pep rebuilt the team and slowly changed the core as they got older. Yeah, he'll keep some of his best players from when he joined. It's like he sold Aguero or David Silva or Company or De Bruyne or anything like that. He utilised them, and then over time, look, after his first season, I believe Yaya left in his first season. Second season, I believe Company left. Third season, I believe Silva left. Fourth season, blinking Aguero left. Fifth season, Fernandinho left. This season, look, KDB, I don't know whether he's going to be in here, but he will have to be a bit more on the bench for me. I said it in chat earlier. I think KDB, if he decides to take up the Modric role that he has at Madrid, I think he could do so good with that Modric role. An example of him doing it for us is, I know it's Leyton Orient, but that could be something he does. Just comes off the bench and comes up with big winners. Because then for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however long you give him, as long as it's in the back end of the game, he's able to make an impact. I don't get why some of our fan base slates Doku GA when he gets the best GA rate out of all our wingers. But then we signed Elise as Amara's replacement. We chose Doku. For example, 2017 then changed the core to Gold, replacing Company, Aguero, Silva, Fernandinho, Haaland, Diaz, and Rodri. Yeah, exactly. Rebuild is not out of the then. Look, I'm excited to see Echeverri in all this. I really am. I think Echeverri could be really, really good. By the way, I just want to say, in this particular 11, I've got no English players. How weird is that? Yeah, but look, Echeverri, he's clearly top talent. I wish WhoScored.com and FootMob had a bit more on him, because they clearly don't. But look, he's just come off the back of a brilliant tournament with his country, despite not winning it. Sadly, unlucky for him. But look, he'll come back to City, see his injury, get that checked out, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Here is the tweet from Fabrizio. Claudio Echeverri will travel to England this week and join City immediately. He's ready after completing all the games with Argentina. Tiki wouldn't pay 150 mil, but Viana might. Yeah, exactly. And look, Viana, he's pretty good at finding talents that are a bit out there. So look, he might sign Wirtz, and then he might go sign a gem that you've never heard of, and suddenly they're a baller. You look at Sporting, look at my Hugo Viana video. I quite like it. It's one of my favourites, and it shows you how much he bought some of their core players. Mateus Nunes, okay, he helped in the signing of Mateus Nunes to bring him to Sporting. Didn't sign him for even $1 million, and he sold him for just over 50, I believe. So, there is no doubt that he's good at what he does, and he probably had an impact on the Vital Hayes and Kusanov deals. And look, Marmoush seemed a bit of a no-brainer, but Marmoush can always be that Wirtz signing that you would make in the summer, and then those out there talents can be the Vital Hayes and the Kusanov signings. So, Grealish, Gundo, Kova, Bernardo. Well, Grealish, Gundo, Kova, Bernardo will probably leave at least. Also, I think if Grealish leaves, the number 10 shirt opens up. City are a bit idiotic for not signing Elisa and bringing in Doku. Yeah, I mean, at the time, Doku was a very talented player. I think we should have been a bit more wary of his injury record. But, yeah, I mean, to be fair, Elise's injury record isn't great either, for being fair. Eze's bad now. It was never special before. Yeah, Eze was just... I think Eze was one of those players that... I think he's very good for Palace. I think he looks very good with Crystal Palace. I think there's no doubt he's good with his feet, but I think if he went to a Liverpool, I think he'd get swamped, or even a City, Injury-prone Doku, at his age, will be finished with injuries in 2 years. Yeah, and if that happens, it's sad, because I want every player that joins City to do well. Don't want any player that joins City. I want them to succeed. I don't have vendettas for them to fail, but if it happens, it happens. This partnership could be big, but I do just want to have a look at this. Big up Echeverri playing with injury, by the way, despite picking up a grade 1 sprain to his ankle. Big up Stone. Shows that he knows how key he was to his team, and he's ready to play with the risk on his injury to do what it takes for his side. To be fair, so you can only applaud him for it, really. Claudio Echeverri will travel to England to join Man City in the first days of this week. Reports. No idea how to say that. So look, hopefully Echeverri maybe he's announced on the weekend. The latest. Don't think they're going to rush him. I think they'll announce him on the weekend, possibly. Maybe before the Liverpool game. Hey, could be announced at the Etihad. That'd be something. Virtus McAtee. I think that's not out of the question. We know Leverkusen like Virtus and like McAtee. Yeah, not out of the question, that's for sure. But look, what is out of the question? Rodri quotes. Oh, Blankenec just close to air. Alright, let me quickly reopen that. Just complete misclick on my part there. By the way, thoughts on Gary Neville saying that Tottenham are a bigger club than City? Yeah, I'll let you breathe that in for a second. If I start showing that one. I'm feeling very good in my head. Everything is fine. I don't feel unstable in the knee. I need to get strength in the quads and everything. That's the most important. One thing is that you think it, and another is what the body does. So you have to make sure they connect again. I'm feeling good in this kind of moment. I try to be positive, maybe do all the things you're not used to, spending time with my family, working on parts of my body, come back stronger. Big thing is for Rodri. Look, a lot of people probably get excited because Rodri is looking like he's making a return. Okay, almost ahead of schedule. But look, he's been out of football 5 months. He probably would be training for at least another 1, maybe 2. And then when he's back in training, he's got so much training to do to get back to match fitness. And that'll probably take him at least another month or 2 at the minimum. So, yeah, I wouldn't hold out hope that Rodri plays another game this season, unless it's like Champions League final, if we even get that way. Tottenham went even bigger. Before the takeover, we had more trophies. I honestly think City need a centre-back in the summer. I don't want him to play, but I know he'll play. I agree, RTD, especially if Ake Stones leaves. I honestly think City need a centre-back in the summer. I don't think that's out of the question, to be fair. Diaz Akanji becoming injury prone. Yeah. Diaz picked up like 3 injuries this season. Akanji, he's picked up, I think, 2 solid ones. Like solid, I mean like as in like in length. Let's look at Diaz's injury history real quick. Yeah, he's had 4 injuries this season, Diaz. 4 injuries. Last season he didn't get an injury. You know, this is his most injuries in a season, Diaz. All of them different. So, you know, it's very, very unlucky. Elite centre back. Who's on the market? Not sure. Hugo Viana could probably find someone though. Gabe, Brantwaite. Stone stayed fit for a while, although I don't want to tempt fate though. Yeah, I know. I really didn't want to start against Newcastle, but it worked out. I fancy Aguero, Brantwaite. I think I don't think those are bad, but I think we could sign someone better. But those aren't bad. I'd want Brantwaite. Brantwaite, I'd go over Gray because Brantwaite seems to be really good on the ball. But anyway, I'm going to call it off here because I'm live in 6 minutes on Connect Gaming. Back on the Man City career mode, which I haven't done in about 2 weeks. So, yeah, we're back. Hopefully, I can actually start staying closer to the top of the league. So, look, thank you for tuning into the stream. Great stream. Thank you for all the interaction. Great as per usual, guys. And I'm back tomorrow, definitely, with a Real Madrid preview. So, buckle up. Redirect. Redirect. Okay, I'm gonna try. Alright, can't redirect it on this one, but if you don't know how to find the Connect Gaming channel, if you don't know to find the Connect Gaming channel, when I finish the stream, I'm going to make a community post on this channel, which will link the stream. Next stream, though, I'll have redirect set up. So, yeah, if you want to tune into any of those, feel free. But big ups for tuning in nonetheless. Again, live in about 5 minutes on the career mode. And we'll see if I can do a better job than Pep. I'm 3 seasons in, to be fair, and I've won 1 Prem. So, we'll see how I do. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next one.